Hey everybody, Big Toad here, back with another Raid Shadow Legends video. I'm going to do two things. One, I've got one shard. I'm going to go ahead and pull that shard, and I've got my Kael up to 6-star, and we'll be taking a look at him too before we start that clan boss. So let's go ahead and pull this shard and see what we get. Hey. Okay, I just pulled Farrakhan the Fat off of a blue shard, off a rare shard. That is a huge pull. Let's take a look at him real quick. But man, that's a great pull. This is going to really ramp this account up. A great pull. So let's take a look at him. So he attacks one enemy, has a 40% chance of placing a 60% decrease defense debuff for 2 turns. And I get a 40 to get to 50 once I get him fully booked out, and so that's just a good skill. So nothing too major about that. The decreased defense will be great though. Now I attacks one enemy, has a 75% chance of placing an HP burn debuff and 2 5% poison debuffs for 2 turns. HP burn and poison are huge damage dealers, and 75, and here we go, 10, 15, 25, 100% chance when he's fully booked, and it's on a 3-turn cooldown. That is 2 incredible skills. 100% to drop those in 3 turns. That's a great skill. Then he puts a increase crit damage, increase crit rate, places a 30% increase of crit rate buff and a 30% increased crit damage buff on all allies except this champion for 3 turns. Then all allies except this champion will attack one target enemy. That is huge. So what we're doing is he's going to buff everybody with increased crit damage and buff everybody with an increased crit rate, and then they all get to attack. So they get a free attack. The whole team does. And then they get to keep that for 3 turns, and this is on a 4-turn cooldown when you get this all done. Farrakhan the Fat is an incredible epic champion, and I can no longer whine about the curse, because that breaks it right there. I've got 3 big accounts I use, and I have not pulled him on any of them yet, and he is great. He's going to be used all over the place. Let's look at his reviews. Demon Lord 4.9. I mean, at Faction Wars 4.9. Look at this. This is above 4 on everything. A lot of 4.9s. 2 of the best skills against clan bosses: HP, burn, and poisons. You want to be putting those on the clan boss all the time, because they're just going to keep pumping out damage. They're great skills to have. And he'll be getting worked up pretty quick. He's next target to get this guy worked up. I'm pretty happy with this one. Let's go ahead and go look at, okay, Kael. You see he's only 12, but I did get him up to 6-star. I do not have what I need to fully ascend him yet, but let's look at the Masteries. And this is the big deal with Masteries. Why you want to get him to 6-star. War Master. This is the one you're waiting for, War Master, and some champs you're waiting for Giant Slayer. But let's just look at War Master right now. Has a 60% chance of inflicting bonus damage when attacking. Bonus damage is equal to 10% of the target champion's max AP or 4% of the target's max HP when attacking bosses. So it has a chance to do an additional 4% of the clan boss's max HP. And the bonus damage can only occur once per skill and does not count as an extra hit. So massive boost in damage right there. And that's why we're going to make a difference. So I ran clan boss earlier today. Kael did on hard. He did 1.2 and 1.3 million damage. 1.2 to 1.3 million damage on 2 runs. Now I'm going to run him again with his War Master, and that's what we've been waiting for. That's the big boost that I've been waiting to see. If you remember on the video, if you watched it, you know that our TAC was doing about 400,000, 300 to 400,000 depending. 3 of them, I did 4.25 million. Took 3 keys to do that much. And like I said, the runs were 1.3 to 1.5 million is all I was able to do. I'm going to go ahead and start this, get this battle going. I'm going to use Kael, Artak, and Elhain. Those were my top 3 damages. And Elhain was right around the same as Jizzo, but now Jizzo is 40. Still don't have him all the way ascended. Rector Drath is there just to keep heals on, to revive when one of these two drop. Jizzo or Elhain will get killed, and then she'll bring him back. I built her pretty tanky just to do that, just to keep people alive and keep the damage going. So I'm going to go ahead and start this on hard, and then I'm going to put it at 4 times speed to get through it quicker for you. Okay, we're back at 2.2 million. A great run. Let's look at the damage. Okay, I'm at 1.8 million, so that is about 6 million more than what I was doing before. Now, Jizzo is only at 29,000 versus Elhain at 50,000. Isn't that interesting? Elhain is outdoing Jizzo. I think Elhain's got slightly better gear, is also fully ascended. Jizzo's not, so we're not sure about that. Artak did his 254,000. You can see it's so much under Kael. Even when Kael was only doing about 1.2 million, he's still that was not a good run for Artak. But there's the damage that I was outputting. So that's 1 million more damage than one of my runs earlier today. That's the big boost to getting your Kael to the 6-star. And so I got 7.45 million. And let's go ahead and look and see where I'm at. Okay, so still only getting this second chest, which is disappointing. But tomorrow, because of where I've got Kael running, I should be hitting the 3rd chest where I want to be. So like I said, if you're out there and you can't hit that 3rd chest, this is the better deal for you, because you do get a chance at the Void Shard and the Epic Tome. But I've really wanted to focus on hard just for the sake of doing the videos and really pushing the champion and the damage. Great progress on our clan boss. I got Farrakhan the Fat, which is an incredible pull on this account. He's going to get, I'm going to start working on him right away. So once I get him in place, then I should have a pretty good clan boss team to start doing some damage. But Artax, I want to get him to probably him next to level 60, and then Farrakhan, and this is where it gets tricky. And then of course Rector Drath, and yeah. So as you start getting more champions, sometimes the decisions aren't as clear. But a great night. I hope you're having fun playing Raid Shadow Legends. I'm Big Toad, and I am out.